Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is the greatest spectacle in all of motorsports. You're seeing right here one of the greatest places to race, one of the greatest spectrums in all of racing. It's the ever popular and ever famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway, home, of course, to the famed Indianapolis 500 held every Memorial Day. But today in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, it's home to Stock 23 in Season 16. It's the running of the Brickyard 400, one of the crown jewel events on the NASCAR circuit, for of course, because of the prestige of the running at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, obviously, and maybe a few other reasons why. But today it is home. But today 41 cars get to try for Indy glory, if you will. And only one driver will take checker flag and win this race, obviously. But sorry, can't think of a thing to say. Anyway, with all that said, let's get to the starting line for today's running of this event. The points battle hot and heavy as it is as well. And on the pole for today's event at 185 miles an hour is Johnny Gardner, number 28 Texaco Haviland Ford. He's on the pole for today's event. He'll be alongside the number 42 Mello Pontiac, a two-time winner this season, Kyle Matthews. He won this season at Martinsville and at California. Johnny Gardner yet to win an event this season. Row 2 has Michael Norman, the number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, yet to win this season as well. And he'll be alongside the number 4 Kodak Film Chevrolet of Paul Mennick. He's on the outside of the second row. Row 3 has the Darlington winner, Joshua Osborne, the 17 Western Auto Chevrolet. He'll be alongside the number 75 Valvoline Pontiac of Cole Baker. He won this season at Atlanta. Row 4 has the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford of Dylan Young. He won his season at Rockingham and at Kentucky. He'll be alongside the number 7 Xerox Antifreeze Ford of Rookie of the Year hot contender Cole Beaver. He's on the outside. Row 5 has Quentin Moore, the number 21 Citgo Ford. Hold on, see if I got that right. Yeah. He's in the 21 Citgo Ford. He'll be alongside Kev Shear, the winner this season at Charlotte and Richmond, the Heinz Tomato Ketchup Chevrolet, or Pontiac car number 57, the Ketchup Mobile. Quentin Moore, by the way, is the winner at Michigan this season. Row 5. The next row down has Levi McIntyre, the number 99 Excite Barriers Ford. He won the season at Daytona and again at Dover this season. He's on the inside, actually, of row 6. He'll be alongside the number 6. He'll be alongside John Arndt, the Valvoline Ford car number 6, winner of the season in the All-Star race. Then it's Zach Winkle, who collected his first ever win the last stop on the tour at Pocono, the Budweiser Ford car number 11. He'll be alongside the Bristol winner, Charles Sanford, the 24 DuPont Chevrolet. Then it's Chelsea Bowles, the Quaker State Buick, car number 26. She'll be inside of row number 6, I think. Row number 7, excuse me. No, that's row 8, actually. She'll be alongside Jonathan Zorlin, the number 71 Lifebuoy Chevrolet, winner at Texas. Next row down has Jeremy Jones, the number 14 Copenhagen Oldsmobile, on the inside of the 9th row. He'll be alongside the winner at Sonoma, Jessica Shelton, the number 9 Coors Melling Ford. Then it's Nick Johnson, the number 66 Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Pontiac. He'll be alongside Zed Weinstein, the number 70 Rumpel Furniture Pontiac. The winner here, both of them in a pair of Pontiacs in row 10. Row 11, Dawson Wise, the winner at Las Vegas, the Interstate Barriers Chevrolet, car number 18. He'll be alongside NNSCRA Motorsports, Seth Cole, the number 52 Alka-Seltzer Pontiac. Then it's Dylan Poteet, the number 31 Mom and Pop's Goodwrench Chevrolet. He'll be number 31. He'll be alongside John Gilbert, the number 33 Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. Two-time winner this season, Chris Dodd, has the inside of the next row, the Snickers Buick, car number 8. He won the Daytona 500, and again at Talladega. He'll be alongside Benjamin Miles, the number 27 Kodiak Pontiac. Here comes the command of fire the engines here at Indy.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
And swing in the fire the engines. We have racing here today. Inside of the next row will be Chris Dollerton, the number 55 Crown Petroleum Skull Classic Oldsmobile, the winner of the season at Riverside. He'll be alongside Joshua Sakuli, number 12 Ray Vestas Buick. Then it's Dalton Day, who won at the Osprey Circuit this season, the next row down. the 20 Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile. He'll be alongside Daniel Olson in the number 25 Kodiak Pontiac. Next row after that will be the number 22 Maxwell House Chevrolet, next Maxwell House Ford of Sky Commons, and he'll be alongside Zachary Fitzwater in the number 29 Hardee's Oldsmobile. So the field of 41 getting set to go here for 24 laps around the Brickyard 400 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The field nicely, precise, lined up as we get set for 24 laps here. 41 drivers. Only one can take the checkered flag in first place. Which one will it be? We'll find out. The green flag waves, and we are underway at Indy. Johnny Gardner leading them all down. Johnny Gardner has not won a race, I think, in a long time. I'm trying to think how far back it's been since Johnny Gardner won in the Castrol GTX Cup race. He's been close a few times. Down the backstretch they go here. Michael Norman trying for the lead now. Getting the push from Joshua Osborne. Norman started in third position. Osborne tried to take a peek to the inside of Michael Norman, but as they come down out of turn 4, Norman will have the lead. And a battle for second between Osborne and Gardner. And watch Michael Norman just flat pull away as he'll lead the first lap of this race. The first lap tallied at 175.524 miles per hour. Osborne still trying to pass Johnny Gardner. He does, but now Dylan Young wants to battle with Osborne for the lead. Or for second position, excuse me. Down the backstretch they go here. Quentin Moore trying to help Osborne a little bit. But on the inside, you got Dylan Young with his buddy Levi McIntyre right behind him in the number 99. Now McIntyre almost got stuck in the middle here as Zach Winkle tried to go to the inside lane in number 11. And into second now goes car number 2, Dylan Young, or does he go into second? Osborne trying to fight back on him. Osborne has the outside lane to his advantage, so just like we saw the last stop on the tour at Pocono. The outside lane seems to work to somebody's advantage. And the yellow flag has flown, looks like for the first time today. And oh, it's Ryan George in car number 30 that has crashed. And I think I saw a scrape on the side of the 88 of Keith Batson on. Batson came in this race 5th in the standings coming in. And I think, does that Sky Commons, he's got some damage to his car. That's another thing about Indy on this game. Sometimes it can be a wreck fest. And this wreck happened coming out of turn number 3, and it was on the back of the pack. As we watch again in replay, the first caution coming out on lap number 2. Oh yeah, they just squeezed. Ryan George just squeezed Sky Commons right there between he and Batson. George comes back up the track, and right into him goes Joshua Collard in 43. Collard comes away, I think, without very much damage to his machine, but so first caution flag flying on the second lap of this race here. Looks like a no harm, no foul deal. So we'll get back to racing here today. Action. Doesn't look like much damage to the right, to the passenger side of Batson's car. As you see, Collard, Commons, and Ryan George coming on the pit road for unscheduled pit stops to fix the damage to their machines. Ryan George, by the way, is the winner this season at North Wilkesboro in the first Union 400, while Batson, Collard, and Commons have yet to win a race this season, though, and quick repair work done on the Joshua Collard machine. 55 miles per hour down pit road on this Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That's very convenient, though, however, if you're under caution in this race there. But if you're under green flag, pit stops, obviously, pit road is a killer place in some ways. pace car lights are off as we get set for green flag racing on lap number 7 of this race. Michael Norman leads the race here in car number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. That car's been the victory lane once this season, once in Indianapolis. That came with Trevor Reinhardt back, I think it was in season 13, I think, or maybe 14. Joshua Osborne is in second position in car number 17. He's won the season at Darlington. Then two-time winner this season, Dylan Young in third position. Fourth is Quentin Moore, who won at Michigan, which we'll be going back to in a couple races from now for the Pure Michigan 400. Levi McIntyre, two-time winner this season, running in fifth. Pole sitter Johnny Gardner, sixth. Seventh is Zach Winkle. Eighth, Kyle Matthews. Ninth, Chelsea Bowles. In 10th position is Jonathan Zorlin. As the green flag about to wave here once again there. About to wave once again on lap number 7. The pace car ducks up on the pit road. It's two Chevrolets being chased by 5 Fords in this field. The green flag waves are back underway on lap number 7. Field staying single file, at least through turn 1. Here comes Joshua Osborne to the inside, car number 17. Joshua would love to get a Brickyard 400 win on his mantle, as would everybody else in this field. Osborne and Norman side by side, a drag race into turn 3. Who wins that battle? It's Osborne by just a smidgen. But Quentin Moore tries to go to the inside. He's going to try for the lead. Quentin Moore driving the Morgan Shepherd car, so number 21 Sitco Ford, a 1993 model. But Osborne has that momentum, and he'll lead that lap here. Car number 17. Moore now in the battle with Michael Norman for second. As we look a little bit right there, there's Chelsea Bowles, there's Jonathan Zorlin, Paul Minnick. Oh, and then we got 3 cars, 3 wide. They touched actually through turn 2, but somehow managed to keep the handle. Johnny Gardner was a meat in the sandwich there between Jeremy Jones, and Levi McIntyre, who now falls in the clutches of Kyle Matthews in car number 42. Oh, this is not going to end well. Oh, and Gardner and Matthews has spun here. McIntyre's in it. John Arndt's in it here. Dawson Wise is in it. John Gilbert, car 33. Oh, Dalton Day's in it. Dylan Poteet, 31. And we got more cars spinning. That was Ryan George again. Again, Joshua Collard and Seth Cole. And I thought for a minute Collard was going to get rear-ended by Levi McIntyre there for a minute. McIntyre was closing that fast as the caution flag flies once again on lap number 8. I said Indy's a wreck fest, and it can be, so it turns out I'm not lying. So it looks like at the most we have gone 2 laps of green flag racing before a yellow flag flies. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why I try to keep from having a wreck fest in most cases. Watch Johnny Gardner in 28 there. He's in the middle, almost 4 wide, and he just didn't realize Levi McIntyre was in there. McIntyre spins. We saw John Arndt. There was Cole Baker, a little damage to his car. Kyle Matthews somehow did not crash in this whole deal. And all those cars going heads up, driving in that case. And now watch, and there's Dylan Poteet. He gets hit, I think, looked like by Trent Dunham. And then Dalton Day just spun trying to avoid that. Let's look at what happened right there. Let's see right there. Yeah, there's Poteet. Poteet looks like he's one of the cars that he's one of the guys that did get through the crash. He gets tapped by Matt Dallio, then goes right into Chris Dodd, and then gets a bump from his buddy Trent Dunham. And then John Arndt gets right into Poteet again, and then Arndt's just right in the sandwich between Poteet and Dunham. And then, yeah, there's where Dalton Day got into the crash, and he then right there's where Collard and Ryan George spun. And collects Keith Batson and Zed Weinstein. And Seth Cole has nowhere to go but, right into Batson's car. On board Seth Cole's car. This is going to make for some interesting in-car views. After getting through all that, watch this. Seth's probably thinking after all that, and this happens. Dylan Poteet's view. Dylan able to get his car to start and follow Dalton Day on the pit road. Actually, Dalton... Oh, and Dalton Day hit the end of the pit wall. I didn't see that part. And no secret, that's going to put him out of the race right there. Let's ride with Dalton Day on this one here as well. Dalton goes the high side. I think that's the best way around. He just clipped Johnny Gardner. He missed Dawson Wise in the 18 car. There he hits Dylan Poteet, and Dalton just making his way down pit road. Suddenly as the car has a mind of its own, and... So the second yellow flag flying on lap number 8 of this race here. We're about to get the restart on lap number 13 here at the Brickyard 400. See if we can at least get a green flag run in this event here. Joshua Osborne leads the race. Second position is Dylan Young, in car number 2. Quentin Moore running in third. Fourth is Michael Norman. Fifth, Chelsea Bowles, the lead contender for Rookie of the Year. Zach Winkle in 6th. 7th is Jonathan Zorlin. 8th is Paul Minnick. 9th, Jeremy Jones. And Kyle Matthews, who just got through that crash unscathed somehow, running in 10th position. I mean, Matthews really did a great job avoiding the whole holocaust that happened coming through turn 3 and out of turn 4 as well. Of course, Matthews was in front of most of it. So lap 13 is when we get the race restarted here at Indy. It's the green flag race. Joshua Osborne leads him down. Can he hold them all off for his first Indy win? Well, the whole rest of the field's got something to say about that. Averaging 93.105 miles per hour here. And again, just like they were single file through 1 and 2. Now they're single file through 3 and 4. But here comes Dylan Young to the inside of Osborne. Still single file. Now here comes Quentin Moore for the number 2 spot here, and now Chelsea Bowles wants to follow through in 26. A pair of Fords side by side with the Buick. Let's let Osborne pull away. Then it's 17 cars that come down the front stretch here. Dylan Young holds off Moore for the moment. And now here comes Chelsea Bowles in car 26. They go down through your yellow flag again for the third time here today. And it's John Arndt in car number 6. So this time we only went green one lap at Indy. And somebody else right up in front of the whole deal. It's John Gilbert, 33. Oh, and Trent Dunham, number 1. His bad season continues. This whole deal taking place on the 13th, after the restart here as they go down the backstretch. Trent Dunham, I don't know if he there's where the car goes over the bumps at this point right here. I think he might have moved up the track, or did John Gilbert go down low? I really don't know. And John Gilbert starts to drive Trent Dunham down the grass. Gilbert spins. Oof! Slams the wall and then goes right into Trent's car in car number 1. Trent goes back up the track. And I think backs into the turn 3 wall. Yes, he does. And yeah, there's where John Arndt spun right there. He got hit by Johnny Gardner. And there goes John Arndt into the track, up the track, and just miss hitting Johnny Gardner in car number 28. On board John Arndt's car. Not a good deal for John Arndt's John Arndt. Trent Dunham's view. And Trent already had a damaged up car before this happened, for being in an earlier altercation. And Trent drives his Sega Motorsports Oldsmobile away from the whole deal. I'm sure PO'd it himself, obviously. So the green flag will be waving on lap number 18, I think. Yep, pace cars lights are off. Joshua, so 6 cars out of the race here. John Gilbert, John Arndt, Cole Baker, Joshua Collar, Dalton Day, and Dylan Poteet all out of the race here. And it sucks for Poteet, really, because he's season 1 champ here. Nothing's going right for him this season. It sucks for some of the others as well. Anyway, Joshua Osborne leads. 2nd is Dylan Young. 3rd is Quentin Moore. 4th, Chelsea Bowles. 5th, Michael Norman. 6th is Zach Winkle. Jonathan Zorlin running in 7th position. 8th is Paul Minnick. 9th is Jeremy Jones. And 10th is Kyle Matthews. 11th, Jesse Turner. 12th, Benjamin Miles. 13th is Cole Bieber. 14th, Jessica Shelton. And then 15th is Joshua Sakuli. As the green flag will be waving on lap number 18, we'll have 7 laps to go. See if we can get all 7 of them completed under green. I don't think so. But anyway, the green waves, so we're back underway on lap 18 after the 3rd caution of the day here at Indy. Something tells me we may not be done wrecking yet. Dylan Young trying for the lead in car number 2. And he'll take it. Osborne shoved up the track here, and Chelsea Bowles almost went with Osborne. and decides, screw it, I'm going to the inside and helping Quentin Moore. And now Quentin Moore wants to go for the lead in car number 21. Here comes Chelsea Bowles for the 3 wide for the lead in car 26. Chelsea Bowles inside, Quentin Moore on the outside. Dylan Young shut at the track, and now it's Bowles versus Moore for the lead. And Dylan Young comes back on the outside of the track, 3 wide! And, oh, that would have been a finish. I'd have lost it. Oh my God. Dylan Young led that lap by just a bumper length, and Quentin Moore's crashed. He'll take Osborne. Kyle Matthews, oh my God. A big one in turn number 2. Trent Dunham hard into Zed Weinstein. Cole Deaver, we saw him flip. And Zach Winkle just rear-ends JT Bryant in the 10 car. Nick Johnson's in it. Daniel Olson's in it. Paul Minnick's in it. Seth Cole's in it. Better question is, who didn't crash? And Chelsea Bowles is going to be your leader as the caution flies on lap number 20 of this race. So now it's Chelsea Bowles, Michael Norman, Dylan Young, Jonathan Zorlin, Kyle Matthews, Osborne, Shelton, Dodd, the damaged up car of Dawson Wise, and Amari Stoudemire Jr. in the top 10. A bad crash that caused the 4th caution of the day on lap number 19 of this race. And it all started when they were battling for the lead. And it was that I want you first of all to look at how close that was at the start-finish line for the lead. Look at that! I mean, if that would have been the finish, like I said, I would have lost it. That was 3 wide. It was 0-0 something between the top 3 cars. That's Young on the outside, Moore on the middle, and Bowles on the inside of the track. Norman and Osborne were following them. Now watch Quentin Moore. Quentin Moore is going to go up the track, hit Dylan Young. Osborne plows into Young's car. And now the rest of the drivers playing the game of where do I go when I get there. Cole Deaver saying, how Jessica Shelton missed the crash was beyond me. She should have oh my gosh. And look at Cole Deaver. Car number 7. Monster trucks over that 4 car of Paul Minnick. Jesse Turner was involved. Benjamin Miles was involved. And oh, Trent Dunham hard into Zed Weinstein's car. Andrew Perry was in it. Nick Johnson, we saw him in the crash. And this is the second big hit Trent Dunham's took. Now watch Trent. He realizes the crash is ahead of him. And into Weinstein at about 135 miles per hour. And I think that was the final blow that just knocks Trent right out of the race. Prepare for some in-car rides on this one here. Trent Dunham's going to be one of them, I can guarantee you that. On board Trent Dunham's machine. Driving into turn 2 and oh crap. Cole Deaver's view. I may get a grain crash for this. And if you want to see good driving, watch here. Let's ride with Jessica Shelton. I mean, how she missed this crash was beyond me. Ooh! She didn't miss Paul Minnick by an eyelash. That was close. And they say boldness produces fruit. Shelton goes from middle of the pack to not to fifth after all that was said and done. But we are not done yet. We are going to get a white flag restart here at Indianapolis. Oh my gosh. The second time we've had this happen. By the way, we got a white flag restart at Atlanta earlier in the season. So here's how it stands out. Chelsea Bowles is the leader. Second, Michael Norman. Third, a scraped up Dylan Young. Jonathan Zorlin is fourth. Fifth is Jessica Shelton. Sixth is Chris Dodd. Seventh is Dawson Wise. Eighth is Amari Stoudemire Jr. Ninth is Cab Shearer. And 10th position is Chris Dalton with Charles Samper running in 11th. As the green flag will wave here in this race here, 13 cars out of the race here after this big crash now. So the green flag will wave on the final lap, lap number 24 of this event. Who will win the season 16 Brickyard 400? We're about to find out. And a green flag. And white flag too. Zorlin and Shelton hook up to the inside of Dylan Young. Michael Norman trying to see if he can find a place to pass Chelsea Bowles. Norman dives inside of the racetrack here. Here they come out down the back stretch. Michael Norman. Does he have anything to pass Chelsea Bowles? Here comes Zorlin to the inside. Car 71. Zorlin to the inside of Shelton. He'll take third. Down in the turn, out of turn number 3 to go. Here it comes Norman. He goes to the inside of Bowles. Out of turn number 4. Bowles to the high side. Here comes Norman to the inside of the racetrack. Does Michael Norman get Heather? Start finish line they come. Norman ducks inside. That's all she wrote. Chelsea Bowles wins the Brickyard 400. Chelsea Bowles, car number 26, the Quaker State Buick, takes home the Brickyard 400 victory at Indianapolis, holding off some of the best in Michael Norman, Jonathan Zorlin, and Jessica Shelton for the win. Norman was second. Third was Zorlin. Fourth was Shelton. Fifth was Chris Dodd. Amari Stoudemire Jr. comes on a strong 6th place run. Seventh was Chris Dallerton. 8th, Charles Sanford. 9th was Dawson Wise. And 10th position was Cab Shearer. A great race here today at Indianapolis, even though we had 4 caution flags. Average speed 92.988. '11th place will go to Matt Dalio. 12th was Johnny Gardner. 13th was Dylan Young. 14th Levi McIntyre. Jeremy Jones 15th, Sky Cummins 16th, 17th position will go to Joshua Sakuli. Daniel Olson 18th, 19th Paul Minnick, 20th Keith Batson. 21st was Joshua Osborne, 22nd was Nick Johnson. Kyle Matthews 23rd, 24th JT Bryant, 25th was Zachary Fitzwater. Zach Winkle 26th. Andrew Perry, the last one, Lee Lavin 27th. The last car that finished was Quentin Moore in 28th position. A disappointment for Quentin Moore because it looked like he had a shot to win the race. And so the ones that got caught up in that that big one coming out of turn number 2, or coming out of turn number 1 rather. Cars out of the race, 13 cars here. Seth Cole, Jesse Turner, Benjamin Miles, Cole Deaver, Zed Weinstein, Ryan George, Trent Dunham, John Gilbert, John Arndt, Cole Baker, Joshua Coward, Dalton Day, and Dylan Poteet, all by the result of that crash that happened on the 19th lap of the race. But a big day for Chelsea Bowles from the Quaker State Buick as she takes home the victory here today in the Brickyard 400. And I believe so that's another rookie that's won here, and she happens to be the leading rookie contender in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. So our congratulations to Chelsea Bowles again for her win here today in the Brickyard 400. If you like what you see here, so be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. You never know what you'll find on this channel. Here in our races, gaming, videos, whatever we desire on this channel. So next up on the tour will be the Budweiser at the Glen at Watkins Glen International. Until then, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA and celebrating 5 years of offline racing at its best.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?